This video is made possible by the following sponsors. Make sure to check out their products as well as the rest of my gear in the description below.
Hey guys, post-Christmas Rotund Boy here, and welcome back to Assetto Corsa for another video. So yes, I hope you guys had a very awesome holiday season filled with laughs and family and more importantly booze. But whilst all that was going on, our boys over at Race Sim Studio dropped this on us. This is the RSS Formula 2000. The car is based on the regulations from the 2000 season of Formula 1, which means two very important things. One, a glorious V10 engine, and two, no traction control. That means we have over 800 horsepower underneath our right foot on grooved tyres, and that we have to be very careful when going anywhere near the throttle. To show off the car and give you my thoughts and let you know if it's worth buying, and this is a pay mod after all, I'm going to be doing a 7-lap race at Imola because I think Imola really very well highlights the characteristics of this thing. I also picked this track because of a video that shows Juan Pablo Montoya, I think it might be in a practice session or even a qualifying session, attacking this circuit in a V10 F1 car in 2001 just before traction control came in. Now admittedly, of course, it isn't exactly the same year as this car, but you get a real idea of just the brutality of the V10 when it isn't being tamed by traction control. That video will be in the description below. But my turn, VR headset about to go on. Let's go see just what this era of V10 Formula 1 was all about. So strapped in and hunkered down in the RSS Formula 2000 car. Something I want to note before we unleash the V10 fury of this thing is that if you look to the back of the racing wheel here in the cockpit, I have two paddles because this thing has the dual clutch setup that I actually have available on this Asher racing rim. So I thought, when in Rome, let's give it a go ourselves. So I'm going to be using my dual clutch hand setup here to try and get away quickly off the grid. I've not used it for quite some time, so I'm quite out of practice. So I think either one or two things will happen. Either one, I'll bog, or two, I'll end up in that wall over there to the right, which, well, neither of which is really ideal. But enough talk, let's try and make this work. So both clutches in, build the revs. We have to take first gear as the lights go out because AC is silly and you can't put it in gear before the start. There you go. Let it out slowly. That was a terrible start. I kind of did it right, but the AI were just so much quicker than me, and just like that, I'm already on the back foot. So going down to T1. Going to be cautious down here because there's a concertina effect, especially as we're starting from the back of the grid. Good chance to try and make up some places. They're very sneaky up the inside, thank you very much. Second gear through the first chicane. I'll be very careful here on this left-hander. Easily flat in a modern car, but nowhere near in this, especially when you're on the inside line on the first lap. Popping to the inside there, outside or inside of this corner. Oh, guy gets pinged off to the left, he's out. Early shower for him. As we focus on the back of the car in front, a bit too much focus there, nearly went into the back of him, just about managed to steer out of that. And make a position, of course, and out the hairpin we go, easing the throttle up there, now uphill, coming up to the Piratella. Let's go to the inside, try and make a move here, not quite the place to do it, and as you see we go a bit wide because of our over-enthusiastic entry there, onto that AstroTurf on the right, very slippy, don't touch that stuff. Now downhill for Aqua Minerale, be careful on the throttle up here. So easy to loop it round, bit slower than the AI, but we're still ahead, which is good. Now coming up to the Variante Alta, I believe this one is called. I'm not very good at remembering names here, especially at Imola. Made up a bit of time through there. You can see the car squirming at the rear, even in second gear. I love this thing. Absolute brutality from that V10 engine singing away behind us. Take second gear. I think these are called the Revaxas, I want to say. He is probably incorrect. Someone please beat me up. And now onto the main straight. Let's try and see if we can make a move into T1. Of course, these cars quite slippy in a straight line compared to modern machinery, nowhere near the downforce, and we're seeing it now as we get into the draft. 300k's, 310k's on us on our monitor. Oh, a bit too far back for a move, but you can see how much we gain there just by being in the right place. Third gear early, soft. Don't touch the curb will spin you around. Getting nearer to going flat through there now, which is good. Just focusing at the moment on the car in front, trying not to make too many mistakes. The curves around here, this car is so unforgiving. I might be making it look slightly less than that right now, but I'm not driving anywhere near the limit. And I'm being very, very cautious not to do anything silly. This thing again has over 800 horsepower being delivered to the grooved slick tyres at the rear there. And of course these tyres are a lot smaller than anything we see today on modern machinery, which is why they're so much quicker than these cars. Also, in the lower speed corners as well, having the smaller diameter of tyre means that the car is incredibly nervous in low speed and middle speed corners. You're so used to being planted in modern machinery, but this is far from it as I get onto the Astro there and lose a bit of momentum. So you end up having this balance of a car where you want to just point it in a straight line, unleash the rush of power that is underneath your right foot, and you want to do that as much as you can, but you find yourself having to have a lot of restraint, which is very difficult when you've got that beautiful noise in your ears. Anyway, another lap down. There is a fake Benetton behind us in the slipstream, just checking my mirrors there. Will he ever go? He's to the inside there, pulls out of the slipstream, doesn't really go anywhere though, as I've still got the slipstream of the guy in front. Down into T1 once more, a bit fast into that time. Got to be careful, his rear end is not planted by any means. Taking fourth gear early. Right, let's try and make some progress here. Try and do something about this position I'm in. I did start at the back of the grid with AI. Set to about 95%. They've been good for me so far in the baseline setup, and again with work I could probably get that up closer to the 100, but right now for this video it's doing pretty well. And the AI for the most part are fairly decent around here, for the most part. There are times when they do take a little bit of a brain fart, such as there at Piratella, but it keeps me involved, so that's good. I love VR and these things. The sensation of just plummeting down the hill is made 100 times better when it's in 3D and you can see everything around you. Very anti-alligator again. Trying to use the curbs a bit, but again, it's the exit. Getting too close to that AstroTurf. I've been spoiled by iRace, and you can go all the way over there and be fine. Not in this car, not at all. As late as I can be on the brakes down there. A bit of understeer on the way in, actually, is my reward for that. Easy on the power. Oh, you want to just nail it every time you come out of a corner, but you just know if you do, you're going to spin up and end up having a bad time. Right, guy in front is out of the slipstream of the car in front of him for some reason. I am gaining, but again, not quite close enough to do anything. Got to start thinking about being better through the middle sector, that'd be good. We can take the curb there, not this one though. Oh, I nearly got onto the curb, which is why you see me lift. You can see my inputs there, just to the right of my webcam, and how soft I'm trying to be, especially on the throttle, and especially coming out of this here, the hairpin. So easy to spin up out of here, but you do gain time with your Brave, so let's see what we can do. Easy, easy, easy. But a wheel spin. It sounded good though. These cars are just relentless to drive. Always faced with another gear to the inside. Aqua Minerali, not quite on the way down the hill. I'm not quite sure that is part of the complex. Maybe it's just that left hand at the bottom there, but I had to go. He knows I'm here now. It's just the fake AI. Come on now, easy over here. Oh, that's neutral, Jimmy, that's neutral. Ah, damn it. Silly boy. Now I've got a car right next to me. Hello, dude, I can see his nose. I can't let that stick. Send it down the bottom here. I don't want to let him get anywhere near. I think he's still there. No, I think he's gone now. Ho, ho, ho. Neutral protection, please. Oh, man. That hasn't happened for a while. Doesn't matter now. Another lap down. We're on lap 5 now. Only a couple more laps to make up some positions. Come on, Jimmy. These lap times are not fast, but my word. Let's talk about the car a little bit. I've spoken about the characteristics, but I've heard some people say that on the lower end 4C back wheels, a bit of 4C back is lost in low speed because of how the 4C back is set up. I think it's down to the suspension geometry, I believe. Wow! Okay! AI just absolutely sent it on me there. I did not even think to look. Flying up the inside, and that was the AI having a bit of a brain fart there, I think, or me just not being ready for it. But he would have taken me out anyway. Maybe this is more like iRacing than I thought it was. But to me, on the direct drive, this car feels fantastic. Just the right level of nervousness. And for those who are willing to attack the corner and kind of find the limit of this car, you are rewarded. You really are. That AI, man. What's he doing? Now, talking final limits, I really need to start doing that now as I lock the rears there going into the chicane. Actually helped me turn a bit better out of there. Didn't hit neutral, so not hard to be better than that. And hit the brakes. I love seeing just the spits of flame from the exhaust there. You can see him just mounted just before the airbox there. We'll see him going down into the first corner. We're a lot closer than we have been to the car in front. Probably not close enough for a move though, we'll see. No, he's got slipstream too, but we're being dragged along nonetheless, so this is still good. Easy through here. Avoiding that curb, of course. Trying to get on the power as soon as I can, just to get the downforce working. It's such a weird sensation going, right, I've got to attack that corner like a crazy man, otherwise I'm not going to have the downforce to go around it. That is the great fun of these cars. Take a wide, late apex, try and get the power early. Nearly. I'm not going to be writing home about his position. Oh, yes I am. We're through. He makes a mistake. Thank you very much, sir. Finally passed. And now we can maybe make up some more places before the race is out. I'm not going to be writing home about this finishing position, but the race itself, as always, it seems, has offered us a lot of fun. And that's the important bit for me anyway. Easy through here. I just love nailing the throttle, hearing the rev rise, and then suddenly the wheels just break traction. So, final lap for the leader, which means we are coming on to the last lap just now. First gear through there, just to try and carry some revs. We're close. He's going defensive already, which is going to be bad for him. He's outside the slipstream of the car in front. Come on! Inside at the last moment. He's still there. He's still there. And we're past. Nice. Just about saw that gap open and just went for it at the right moment. Any more places to be had? Let's do it. Come on. Oh, is the car off to the right? He's coming back on the circuit. Oh, nearly collects us. That's one more place at least. It's all happening now. Come on, turn in, turn in. Nailing the throw out of a hairpin. Really getting a feel for it now. Let's make the move. Let's make it. No, not quite. AI braver than me. Oh, touching the curb on the inside. Big mistake. You can see just how marginal it is in this car. As soon as you start attacking, you start finding a limit very quickly. You have to back it down a bit. Ah, damn it. Messed up the chicane. Just drifted onto the AstroTurf, and that was enough to slow my exit. Now let's have a really good final two corners here. That's it. Oh, I've understeered. No, I've got off. No. Don't lose any places. Yes, the completely fair block. There you go. Tried a bit too hard. He's still there, though. He's still there. It's going to be a drag to the line. Ah, he's going to beat me now. Oh, damn it, damn it, damn it. Oh, that's not a bad finish. We came in P16, so we're getting fired from F1 because 2000's F1. Oh, but guys, as always, the fellas over at Race Sim Studio have just knocked it out of the park with this car. It is a paid mod, so of course it's up to you whether you want to pay, I think it's the €4 for this car or not. To me, this is fantastic. I would gladly pay for this car and gladly did pay for this car. And, oh, wow. What a machine. It's just this perfect balance of grip and insanity. There's some grip there, as you can see. The rear tyres do hold on out of corners and the front tyres do provide something in the corners, but you're on such a knife edge all the time. All the time you're just managing this absolute beast, and of course the lack of traction control only adds to that. But guys, I really hope you enjoyed that video. I very much enjoyed driving it. If you did enjoy it, make sure to hit the like button. Of course, if you really enjoyed it, hit subscribe and the bell notification icon to be notified of future streams and future videos. A big thank you to my patrons and to my sponsors. Just a quick note, I'm changing how my Patreon works somewhat. So things like the end screen and things like names on the car, they'll be updated at the start of every month, and then we'll be up, then just go from there instead of trying to do it on the fly because it was just a bit too difficult for me to keep up with that. Take care, guys. Have an awesome day. See you all next time.